Assalamu alaikum. Hello everyone. How are you? I think you are fine. So we're gonna start transformation of sentence today, and in this segment we'll learn how to transform from exclamatory to assertive and vice versa. Okay. So transformation of sentence we discussed multiple times. One very basic thing you to remember that in this case you are not supposed to change the meaning of the sentences. Means whenever you will transform this, change this, meaning will remain unchanged. So sentence structure or words, other things can be changed, but literal meaning, gist of the sentence will be same. So as we know that if you know how to change from exclamatory to assertive, the same way we'll be able to know the rules assertive to exclamatory also. Means same thing we need to follow. It will be just vice versa. You understand? So let's start. What comes? Rule 1. It says subject and verb of exclamatory sentence are to be used as the subject and verb of assertive sentence at the outset of the sentence. Means subject and verb will be at the beginning, and what will be replaced by very or great. So from exclamatory to assertive, just two things to remember in this rule 1, that subject and verb will be at the very beginning or very outset, and what will be replaced by very and great. That's the thing. Understand? So if you see the example, we see how fortunate you are is exclamatory. If you want to change it to assertive, it comes you are very fortunate. So as we learned, subject and verb will be at the beginning, then very or great before the adjective. So how fortunate you are very fortunate. And what a fool you are a great fool. Okay, so this is the thing. So for rule 1, simply to remember, subject and verb will be at the very beginning, then very or great, these to be taken instead of how and what. That's all. So is it clear? I think it's clear. Let's start rule 2. Rule 2 says sometimes the subject and verb, they will be eclipsed. So eclipse means it's like merge or phased. Means ছাপিয়ে যাওয়া, ম্লান করা, this much. So they will be merged. So we to import another subject. So what a beautiful scenery. So it's a very beautiful scenery. What a pity. It's a pity. So what was the subject earlier? What. This much, these are emitted. Rather we imported it and is, this much. So we can change what a beautiful scenery. It's a very beautiful scenery. And what a pity. It's a great pity. That's all. See, it's all about rule 2. Let's start rule 3. It says, hooray, bravo. These will be replaced by we rejoice that, or it's a matter of joy that. So we know that the word hooray, bravo, these are the expressions for happiness, for joy, for rejoice. So whenever we to make it assertive or any sentence that has hooray, bravo, that verbatim will make them assertive, adding we rejoice that, or it's a matter of joy, it's a matter of happiness that. So the example says, hooray, we have won the game. So if you want to change it to assertive, it comes, it's a matter of joy that we have won the game. So simply keep in mind, if you find hooray, bravo, these will be replaced by we rejoice that, I rejoice that, oblique, it's a matter of joy that. So hooray, we have won the game. So here own spelling is a bit wrong, it be like WON, own. Okay, so it's a matter of joy that we have won the game. Now rule 4. Rule 4 says, if you find ls, then it will be replaced by we mourn that, or it's a matter of sorrow or grief that. So earlier one, it was hooray, bravo. These are actually expressions of happiness, excitement, rejoice. But whenever we see the word ls, it actually expresses sorrow or grief. Okay, so alas, he has failed, so we mourn that he has failed. Did you get it? Well, it's very simple. Just alas will be replaced by it's a matter of sorrow or grief, or we mourn that. So alas, he has failed, we mourn that he has failed. That's all. 5. It says, if you find had, were, if, would that at the outset, means at the very beginning, and these will be replaced by I wish, then subject, then were or had, then remaining part or rest of the things. So what comes? Had, were, if, would that, these will be replaced by I wish, then you take the subject again, or you wish, whatever, then were or had, then the remaining part. So had I the wings of a bird, I wish I had the wings of bird, or were I a bird. I wish I were a bird. Then it comes, if I were young again, so it would be I wish I were young again. Would that I could be a child, so I wish I could be a child. So these are the rules that had, if, would that, these will be replaced by were or had, then subject again, then the remaining part or rest of the things. So these are the up to rule 5. Hopefully you got it. These are not actually not that much difficult. Let's have a review. I am saying once again, these are like first one, it is that how, what. If you find an exclamatory sentence, so this will be replaced by very or great. Okay. Second rule, it was sometimes subject and verb may be eclipsed. In this case, we import subject like it is. So what it's a pity. What a pity is a great pity. This much. Third one, it was if you find hooray, bravo, or any words or phrases that expresses happiness, joy, rejoice, that bitten will take I will rejoice that, or it's a matter of happiness or joy that, then the remaining part. Next it was Alice. If you find Alice, that bitten it will be like it's a matter of sorrow or it's a matter of grief, then we take the remaining part, or we mourn that. Last it was if I had, if, would that, this much, then we'll take were or had or could plus b1. Like I wish I were a bird. See, if I were a bird. I wish I were young again. Or would that I could be a child. So I wish I could be a child. So these are the rules for exclamatory to assertive. So in the same way, you can change from assertive to exclamatory. Like if it is said it's a matter of happiness that we won the match, so hooray, we won the match. Same thing will follow. So if you find for what, how, we take great and very. So for great, very, we'll take how or what. See, if you find a, the bottom will take what, and if other cases means adjective or some cases adverb, will take how. So these are things for assertive to exclamatory and exclamatory to assertive. Now we see some examples here. So if you practice the examples here, I added the answer also. Then you can evaluate your learning. So many examples here. First one is a very nice bird. So you can change it. What a nice bird it is. Second one, this was the most exciting match. So if you want to change it to exclamatory, so we'll take what. So what an exciting match this was. Number 3, they were the most wonderful examples. So you want to change it, how wonderful examples they are. See here, before the adjective there was no word a or an, that's why how is used. The rose is a very beautiful flower. So before the adjective we find a, so in this case we take what. So what a beautiful flower the rose is. So the rose is very beautiful. So how beautiful the rose is. He plays very nicely. How nicely he plays. Then number 7 it is the day is very hot. How hot the day is. Number 8 it is the sun shines very hotly. So it would be a change like how hotly the sun shines. Then it was a very lovely day. Then it would be a change to exclamatory as what a lovely day it was. Number 10, we loved him very warmly. So how warmly we loved him. So these are the examples from assertive to exclamatory. So you can practice this type of things from book like model question, model test, previous year board questions, or from any online sources also. And these are exclamatory to assertive, as we learned, and both way you will find questions, so you to know the both way. How sweetly the girl sings. So we know that how what replaced by very great, so we'll add very. The girl sings very sweetly. What a beautiful flower lotus is. So lotus is a very beautiful flower. What a dangerous thing politics is. So politics is a very dangerous thing. Then how fiercely the sun is shining. So the sun is shining very fiercely. How melodiously the parrot was singing. So the parrot was singing very melodiously. What a stupid fellow you are. So you are indeed a stupid fellow. What an exciting match they presented. So they presented a very exciting match. Number 8 it is, what a marvelous picture he produced. So he produced a marvelous picture. How wisely he planned. Should be changed like he planned very wisely. And last it was, how lovely her face is. So her face is lovely. So these are exclamatory into assertive. So earlier one, it was assertive to exclamatory. There we saw 10 sentences along with answer, and here also 10 sentences along with answer from exclamatory to assertive. So today we learned the rules for exclamatory assertive and assertive to exclamatory vice versa, and at once we saw so far 20 sentences to change from exclamatory to assertive and assertive to exclamatory. So if you go for the rules and if you go for the exercises, I think you will be able to master on sentences. So in this case you may not face any trouble regarding transformation of sentences, and other parts we discussed already, so no point to be worried about this. And still, if you find any problem, talk to me. You can make comments while we will upload the video. So my suggestion to you, keep in touch with study. In case of English grammar, basically if you are detached from it, you will forget the rules, and main point is you have to practice. If you do not practice, you'll forget the things and you will face trouble whenever you will when you will try to answer the scripts. So you have to keep in touch with the things, stick to the study. In this way you'll got a good figure, hopefully. So keep fine. Thank you. That's all for today, and stay home. Don't waste your time doing unnecessary things like playing games that much. You can do something for refreshment, but don't be addicted with the digital devices or games or other odd things that students kill time. Being a student is a major duty to study, so whenever you can manage time, invest your time on study, but on your leisure time you can do the things. You can play games, you can read books, you can listen music, you can go see with your family members. In this way you can pass quality time, but everything should be done after finishing your study. You understand? So as we are passing a very abnormal time, so we are instructed not to go outside. So I wish you will stay inside home and you'll keep your family members and your relatives or surrounding people safe, and you will save yourself also. So that's all for today. Goodbye. Thank you.